night, and I'm not actually playing games. No. Kenneth wants me to tell him a story we made up. What was the story?
The giant carrot.
The story of Kenneth and the giant carrot. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Kenneth, and he wanted to plant vegetables, and he chose carrots. And so they planted carrots, he and his mommy and daddy, in the backyard. And over the summer, the carrots grew. But one carrot in particular was growing and growing and growing. And at the end of the growing season, that carrot was 2 feet around and sticking out of the ground a foot. And he needed Daddy's help to dig it out. And they dug, and they dug, and they dug, and they dug out a carrot that was bigger than Kenneth. A massive, giant carrot. And they looked at the carrot, and they said, there is no way we can eat this carrot before it goes bad. And so they took the carrot in their car down to the county fair. And they entered it in the vegetables competition. And the carrot won the grand prize in the vegetables competition, the blue ribbon. But the mayor, the mayor.
The face is mine.
Yes.
The face is the words. My face is red.
But the mayor saw the giant carrot and presented Kenneth with a special prize for the giant carrot with all of its seeds. Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
No, it was the carrot.
Yeah, for the carrot. And Kenneth, being a very sensible boy, bought a house in the country so he would have a bigger garden. And bought a fancy new car. What was your fancy new car? Was it a fast car?
Yeah.
Yeah? What type of... And... Are you done being amazed by the recording software?
No.
I see. Anyway, what was the next thing? They took the car on a ride, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they drove, and they were driving, and another car knocked them off the road. And they went into a field and drove across the field. It was rough, and Dad got a hold of the car and he managed to get it in stable again. And oh my goodness, that was horrible. And they turned around and started driving back to where the road was. And there was something going wrong because they couldn't find the road. They drove much further than they thought they'd come across the meadow, and there was no road. And they were driving on a little bit, and a dragon landed in front of the car. But luckily, it was a very small dragon.
About
Mom,
as big as my hand.
a little bit bigger than that, I think. Mom knew just what to do. She reached in to the glove compartment and got the beef jerky. And she got out of the receipt and went out of the car and handed little pieces of beef jerky to the dragon. And the dragon gobbled them up. And pretty soon, Mom had made friends with the dragon. And she brought it back into the car and put it on Kenneth's lap. And when Kenneth went to pet it, it breathed on his hand and froze his hand in a block of ice. That didn't hurt his hand, but just froze it and kept it from moving. And soon the ice melted and Kenneth's hand was fine. But the dragon calmed down and made friends with Kenneth too. And they drove on across the meadow very carefully, because most cars can't drive across meadows very well, especially fast cars. And they came to a village. And the villagers were not surprised by the car or the dragon.
They were surprised because of the dragon.
Oh, you think they should be surprised by the dragon? So Mom had to explain that it was friendly.
Yeah.
And the villagers were able to find some fuel for the car, which was now running low on gas. And they refueled the car. And they were like, oh, I wonder how we're going to get home. And the villagers said, we don't know. So Dad said, maybe if we go exactly back to where we see the car's ruts in the field start, we can get some idea. And they drove the car back to the field and found where the ruts were and followed them back directly to where they started. And when they got to the place where the ruts in the field ended, there was a transition, and poof, they were right back looking at the road with the people who hit him crashed there at the side of the road. And they went and checked and made sure that those people were okay. Then they went home, had the car repaired, and raised the dragon to full size. And as the dragon grew, first it would give Kenneth rides, and then as it grew bigger, it would give Mommy rides, and it never grew big enough to give Daddy rides, because Daddy's much too big to ride a dragon. Only light people can ride dragons. And then what? They lived happily ever after.
No, they did not.
No? They didn't live happily ever after?
But there was more.
There should be more?
Yeah.
Oh yeah? What should happen next?
The dragon grew bigger.
Oh yeah? How big does the dragon grow?
It grows about to mega size.
What is mega size? Is it as big as our house?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's a big dragon.
That means we have a...
How are we going to feed such a big dragon? Or do we let it raid the countryside for sheep and cattle?
For sheep.
For sheep.
For sheep and cattle.
Oh, I see. Wouldn't people try to shoot it with like a howitzer or something?
No. It was tamed so it could will not defeat anyone.
Oh.
It was a fire dragon that was tamed.
But it was an ice dragon before. How did it turn to a fire dragon?
It melted its skin, the ice dragon.
Oh. All right. So that's the story of the giant carrot. I hope you enjoyed it, and say bye, Kenneth.
Bye.